So in my practice, I work with clients who are doing Shopify, who are doing TikTok, who are doing e-commerce all over the United States from abroad. And I'm hearing a lot of the different trends and topics and things and issues that people are having. And I want to make this quick video to go over some of the things that have been popping up and some of the issues my clients have been having and how we've been getting them resolved. Specifically as it relates to Shopify and Shopify payments and getting these TikTok shop account opens. So I'll start with Shopify. The first thing about Shopify is they recently changed it to where when you want a new US Shopify account, they want you to apply with an ITIN number. So they want you to have an ITIN number when you do this application. I've seen clients get by it by potentially using a family member's social or another colleague's ITIN number, have Shopify accounts in other countries, and then they make some kind of, they use the same account, but they change the payment settings to be done by the LLC. So I think if you just open an LLC and you want to open a Shopify account and you're struggling, you're watching this video, try opening a local Shopify and then just setting up the payments and everything with your LLC and your LLC banking details and doing your Shopify payments to the LLC. So that's a big thing. The second thing about Shopify and Shopify payments is that Shopify payments is coming back to a lot of people who don't have a real US address. They want people to have US operations and US addresses when they are using Shopify, and they're blocking the accounts and holding the payments until they can show that they have this US address all set up. And if you want to avoid that, try and follow my 6 ways to get an address, and get an address that's not a public place. It's not like don't open your company with BizE and pay them for an address, because you're going to just get an address that 50,000 other people are using. That's how you're going to avoid that. And if you get frozen, you can contact us and we can try and help you fix it. We're in the middle of fixing this for 3 or 4 different clients right now, and I'm really optimistic that we're going to get it resolved. Whether we have to send pictures, employment agreements, contracts, leases, we're going to send what we have to send to make sure that we get these fixed for our clients. And that's been something that's popping up. If you're using a real registered agent address for your LLC and for your business, then and you're doing big volume, I would definitely recommend you schedule a call with my team so we can get you a private address, like a real address, rent an office for you somewhere in the US, so that we can put a couple boxes and say that's where you're receiving your returns. That's what we've been doing, is saying it's where the returns are going, because everyone's doing drop shipping or some kind of 3PL stuff. Now I'm going to jump into TikTok. TikTok shop is so annoying. They don't really have a function for applying unless you have a real social security number. I have so many international people contacting me from different groups, different coaching programs, who are trying to open TikTok shop accounts, but they cannot because they don't have a social. The ITIN number doesn't work. I have clients with ITIN numbers that says it doesn't work, and the social is the only thing that you need a US representative. And I've done this for one client. Just to see how it would go, I opened a TikTok shop account with one of my clients, and I actually, as the U.S. person, got a 1099 on my personal IRS transcript. So TikTok shop told the U.S. person that's signing as the signer that I did X dollars in sales on TikTok shop. Now, obviously, I can handle it, as I know how to file tax returns, and I figured it out for myself. But if you just pick your uncle or your cousin, you can't just use them and then end it there. You have to follow up. And to get a little more in the weeds, what I reported on my taxes is I reported this business income of $10,000, and then I said business expenses of $10,000, and I say reported by X LLC or whatever. And that's how I'm going to not get audited by the IRS and not get a notice and have them not just assess taxes on me. So if you have an American friend or family member who is opening that TikTok shop account for you on your behalf, then let them watch this video or introduce them to me or something, because they have to report that. They have to pull their wage and income transcripts. Now, I did have one client who was able to get it open without a social security number. Now, these are 2 foreign guys. They run an LLC. They sell stuff on the internet, and they were trying to figure out how I could help them. We could work together on this, and we were about to have a meeting. He's like, "Hey, look, I figured it out." And he sent me a whole email about it. But basically, they contacted TikTok Shop a lot of times. They kept contacting them. They contacted support. They sent them emails. They pushed. They tried to apply. They sent them more emails. And I guess they sent them financials and sent them information. They just pushed so much that TikTok eventually just approved their account, and they were able to sell on TikTok Shop. Very interesting, because I don't really know how they did it, and they didn't give me that good of an answer other than they just kept pushing and kept giving TikTok a hard time until they got the account approved. So it is possible to do it. I don't really know how other than just keep bothering, keep pushing, keep trying until you can get it open. It especially helps if you have a history of success of opening these TikTok accounts, but that's the only one I've heard of it being done successfully. So that's the issue with TikTok right now is you need an actual US representative, an actual social security number, and ITIN does not work. So if you're trying to sell on Shopify and TikTok Shop, that's amazing. I hope it works out well for you. If you're struggling, you're stuck at any of these spots, you can't open bank accounts, you want to use other payment processors, you want to get the accounts approved, you need a private address, you need someone to file your taxes, you want a second opinion, any of that stuff, you can definitely go to jamesbakercpa.com/schedule and schedule a call with my team or a paid call with me. We'd be really happy to help you out and figure out what we can fix for you here. And that's what the video is sponsored by. So on the otherwise, I hope this is really helpful, guys. I'm going to be applying for TikTok Shop and for Shopify on this channel in future videos towards the end of the month. I have to open my bank account and my Stripe account first. I have too many accounts to apply for, and that's basically it. So thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next video.